Good afternoon, my friends. How are you this morning? Or that's actually the afternoon, isn't it? It's afternoon. The sun is shining still. And I have my third Christmas story to share with you. And look at this is my friend that I've brought to join us. So what might you think the story is about? He's a pretty cute little snowman, isn't he? Even if he is made of wood and not snow. And surprisingly, it's December and we do not have snow here in Utah. But like I've said before, I'm sure that it will be on its way. So today's story is a new one to me. It's called The Snowman's Song. Do you think a snowman can sing? Can you sing? Do you like to sing? Let's find out what the Snowman's Song is all about. He looks like a pretty cute snowman. And he has this red bird. Do you know what this red bird is? His name is? He's a cardinal. That's the kind of bird he is. And he's a pretty red. Okay. It is true, you know, that people of snow send their thoughts around without making a sound. Their feelings become small jewels of pure ice, and they sense these frost drops like a snowy, cold spice. There's two little snowmans standing out there looking up at the moon. I want to sing, the little snowman said this thought to his mother. I want to go caroling like a happy child with a silvery voice. It's Christmas time. I want to rejoice. Snow people can't sing, his mother thought sadly. We're made of snow, and it makes no sound. A child of snow doesn't have a voice. I'm sorry, my son. You don't have a choice. Have you ever heard a snowman speak to you? But her little son, Snowman, had so many strong wishes he wanted to share that he made a windstorm of whirling thought air. Oh, wow, look at it's whirling around him. I want my voice to be like church bells or like harps that angels play in the clouds. I want my voice to be bright, to be happy and loud, so all the people and all the creatures on earth will hear my proud hymn to our Savior's birth. Wow, and there's even a star up there in the sky. A tiny bright bird with a dart-quick pace wrapped her feet on his tree arm and sang near his face. Her thoughts formed soft notes, so sweet and clear, he almost felt he had ears to hear. Why can't I sing like you? Thought the little snowman. Of course you can. She sent this thought back to him as she touched his snow head with the tip of her wing. You see her little wing hitting his hat on his head? But first, you really need to believe that no matter what anyone thinks back to you, it just isn't true that a snowman can't sing. Well, how can I do that? Everyone tells me I don't have a choice. I'll never make music or even have my own voice. I'm not sure how you do it, she sent back her warm thoughts. I just know before you can change who you are, you have to believe. Feel it deep in your heart, think strong thoughts in your mind, and even when there's no hope, you must see a star. Ooh, there's a bright star right behind the little snowman. So the sad little snowman put on a brave face. He worked hard to replace his doubts and his fears with thoughts of sweet songs, music, bells ringing, and choirs singing. Deep in his heart, like a candlelit fire, his bright wish remained, is one heart's desire. The sun always cheered him. At dawn he felt strong. He tried to have hope that his voice would soon flower. Would this be the day? Would this be the hour? But his spirit grew weak as the day became long. Each day was a chance to make a new start, but by night he cried, ice, and felt sad in his heart. He looks pretty sad. Sometimes we want things really badly, and Mr. Little Snowman, he wanted this really badly. Sometimes he looked up for signs in the sky, but nothing was happening. He couldn't make sounds. Despite all his wishing, no one seemed aware that deep in the park, in the snow, he was there. That is a pretty big park. And there he is. And there's his mommy and all the trees and all the snow all around him. But one day he woke up and something was new. The morning was crisp. The sky was bright blue. He felt powdery footsteps. Mommy, look what I found. A small girl stood near him, and then she jumped up and down. Her eyes were so happy, her thoughts like bright light. Her warm voice was filled with pure Christmas delight. He's such a cute snowman. Could I stay and play for a while? Of course you can, dear. I'll be right here. Just have a good time. So there is the snowman with a little friend. Well, hello, Lainey and Claire and Olivia. I'm so glad you came to join me. So we're going to find out about the snowman. For most of the day, she played beside him. She straightened his hat and turned up its brim. She draped her red winter scarf around his round middle. She sang him 3 songs, and she told him a riddle. And then she dangled her store-bought glass beads and charms all over his long carrot nose and both arms. Do you think he can hear me? She asked her mother. Are you crazy? Sneered her big brother. He rolled his eyes. Who told you those lies? Snowmen can't hear anything that you say. Let's go home, said her mom. We'll come back another day. She sure was having a great time with little Snowman. She's got her scarf around him. She's got her necklace on him. She was having a great time. But the little girl didn't want to go home. Her once joyful thoughts took a more somber tone. She sat up to the side of his sad, snowy face and whispered these words, which felt like an embrace. Yay, Olivia, thanks for coming. I know you can hear me. I really believe it. I think you are special. I'll never forget the day that we spent. I hear your music even though you can't speak. And then she leaned over and kissed his cold cheek. Aw, she loves little Snowman, and she's giving him a kiss on the cheek. Have you ever given a snowman a kiss on the cheek? He wanted so much to sing just one small note, but nothing would come from his cold, hard snow throat. If only she knew he could hear in his head the sweet, gentle grace of the words she had said. But something was happening. He just didn't know, for where she had kissed him, she felt a warm glow. And little by little, the snow melted spaces, leaving tiny pearl strings of small open places from the side of his face to the base of his throat, like the holes in a flute that play very high notes. Ooh, maybe he's going to sing. The night before Christmas was the worst night he'd had. All around there was music. Everyone seemed so glad. He silently stood in his place in the park. His feelings were frozen. His thoughts were so dark. His mother was worried. She felt his despair, and she tried to send comfort to him throughout the air. See the swirling? She's sending him positive and loving thoughts. But he looks very sad. Now he knew that she cared, but his cold, heavy silence was too sad to be shared. The loss of his dreams was too much to shoulder, and they wouldn't come back even if he had told her. He bowed his head and shut his eyes tight. Snow was starting to fall. It was such a cold night. With the last ounce of courage that only faith brings, his thoughts formed this prayer with frost-covered wings. Oh, do you see the wings in the sky? Ooh. Please, let me sing a song filled with light. Then my life will be perfect. My thoughts will be right. And all the sweet sounds angels use to stop doubt will burst forth from my heart and out of my mouth, like a powdery snow over this holy night. He almost missed her soft steps in the snow. She was holding a candle that gave a warm glow. It was a small girl. She had brought him a gift. She sensed all his tears. His soul needed a lift. There she is. Do you see her little candle that she's bringing to light up the night? Round his neck there was a tinkling like spoons hitting glass. She had made him a necklace in her second grade class. Silver bells, gold stars, and snowflakes of blue. It was beautifully fashioned, and it made music too. This gesture of kindness made his heart feel so light. His spirit was lifted. He forgot all his sorrows. No more thoughts of tomorrow, no more thoughts of the past. He just loved this one moment. He wanted to freeze it just so it would last. Wow, that is a pretty cool necklace with snowflakes and stars and bells. Then the winter wind came with a huge, forceful blast. The tinkling bell necklace swirled around very fast. And all of a sudden, the holes near his face blew out lyrical sounds like a heavenly flute. The whole world stood in place. His dream was fulfilled. He was no longer mute, which means he can't speak. His song was spring rains and violin strings, the fragrance of flowers and hummingbird wings. Words of great kindness, the faith in our hymns, the shine in our eyes, and a little girl's whims, more joyful than angels, more peaceful than sleep, filled with longing and prayers and memories to keep. Oh, he looked so happy. He looked so happy. All the love in his mind, all the light in his soul, his dreams for the future, his hopes to be whole, were the notes of his music, his own unique psalm. Her soft, giving spirit had made his thoughts calm. She knew he had heard her. It was golden and true. The wonder of Christmas surrounded these two. Oh, the snowman loves the little girl, and the little girl loves the snowman. And I think, oh, one more. For this sweet frozen moment, this small speck of time, in heaven and earth, everything was sublime. So if you want something really badly, and you work really hard, and you think about it all the time, I believe it can come true, just like it did for the snowman. But we have to be persistent, and we have to want it really bad, and we have to work really hard, and sometimes we have to sacrifice to get those things that we want. And that's what the snowman did. He wanted it really bad, and he stood there, and the little girl, she helped him. And lots of times we can help other people with the things that they hope for, and they can help us get the things that we hope for. So remember the little snowman and his singing and wanting to sing a song, and how he finally was able to, in such a great way, in a small way, with the help of the little girl. So that's my story for today. Oh, I'm so glad you love it, Olivia. It's a pretty special story, and we'll remember the snowman. And when you come for Christmas, we might be able to make some snowman. Thanks for joining. Talk to you soon. Mwah.